One of the obstacles in dog agility is a tunnel. A tunnel is approximately 2 feet in diameter. It's an expandable tube that can be stretched out to 20 feet. It can be shaped straight, so the dog goes straight through it, L or U-shape. My first exposure to tunnels and the problems they cause happened about 4 years ago when my granddaughter started agility training. The training facility she was at ran 2 classes simultaneously, a beginner's course over in one area and an intermediate course in another area. One evening, the beginning class was working their dogs on tunnels. At the same time that was going on, the intermediate class was running sequences of obstacles. It was Diamond's turn to run the sequence. Diamond was running, came close to where the beginners were working on tunnels. Diamond loves tunnels. Diamond saw the tunnel, ignored the instructions of his handler, headed full speed toward the tunnel. Diamond's handler saw what was going on. The other end of the tunnel, Rachel was entering. Rachel, a miniature poodle, was going in the tunnel. The handler stopped, screamed, "Diamond!" Everybody turned and looked. What did we see? We saw this big St. Bernard slowly backing out of the tunnel. Okay. Now, I've described tunnels, but I describe them as how people see them. Dogs see them sometimes totally different. Dogs like Diamond see them as big vacuum hoses. No matter what's the next obstacle, if there's a tunnel anywhere nearby, the dog's going to get sucked into that tunnel. Tunnels are also used as part of a discrimination test. They're placed next to another obstacle, and the handler has to direct the dog to the correct obstacle. Oh, there's various ways of doing this. The least creative way to keep the dog out of the tunnel is simply stand in front of it. Oh, that is not always successful, though. I've seen dogs run right between their handler's legs into the tunnel. Another dog started perfectly up the A-frame. The handler moved toward the next obstacle. Dog jumped off the A-frame into the tunnel. Other dogs have totally bypassed both obstacles and went in the exit of the tunnel. Now that's one extreme. The other extreme is some dogs know there are monsters in those tunnels. And no matter how much encouragement, they're not going into that dark tunnel. Bailey, a very good schnauzer, was at class one night and absolutely refused to go into a tunnel. No matter what the handler did, Bailey was not going to go into that tunnel. Oh, we soon learned that Pepper, the dog that ran just prior to Bailey, must have wanted to buy that tunnel because he had left a deposit in it. Fortunately for me, the handler does not have to run the course. Handlers can take shortcuts or work their dogs at a distance. If I had to run the course, I'd be stuck with a 3-legged dachshund instead of the border collie that I have, which is the fastest breed at agility. Now, tunnels are unique because of all the obstacles on an agility course. They're the only one where the dog cannot see the handler. So this gives an opportunity, especially for beginners, to start working at distance, getting further away from their dog. At a recent event, I saw a woman send her dog into the tunnel. "Go, Toby, tunnel." And then she ran to the next obstacle. "Toby, Toby, Toby, Toby." Well, Toby was a dog that had a little bit too much obedience training, because Toby had turned around in the tunnel and was right next to the woman's left side with an expression on his face that could only mean I'm right here. What do you want? Not only can I run as fast as Skeeter, I can't even think and talk as fast as Skeeter. It takes Skeeter less than a second to get from one obstacle to another. My wife, after seeing many of my verbal blunders, has suggested I may go to auctioneering school. The accuracy of my command. At our very last trial this past Sunday, the last obstacle on the course was a tunnel. We're having a great run. The second to the last obstacle is an A-frame. Skeeter comes down the A-frame, hits the contact, and I go, hoop! Okay. Give me some slack here. I'm old. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even awake yet. Although my voice said hoop, my body language to Skeeter said tunnel. He went through the tunnel, finished the course without hesitating. And I'm sure as our agility career continues, we'll have more excitement with tunnels. Thank you.